Yo, what up? It's your man Jay White with Wealth Wednesdays After Party with Jay White. You see who it is, the man, the myth, the legend, the most famous DJ that I know, DJ Quicksilva. What's the deal, baby?
I appreciate the introduction, man. I gotta pay you for that, man.
You already paid me, you don't even know, man. How you feel?
I feel blessed and highly favored.
Come on, man. You know what it is. Yo, so I'm all gas, no brakes.
Absolutely.
I like to dive right into it, don't waste no time, because you as a celebrity, you have a lot of things that you're doing in the community, but more so on the entrepreneurship side.
Yes.
But I'm gonna dive into how you started becoming a DJ anyway. Let me start there. A small little backstory.
Short story, I've been DJing since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
I got my first set of turntables for Christmas at 10, and I've been DJing every single day since then.
For real?
I've been professional. I've been professional
Because I was about
in
to ask you
nightclubs.
I was like, how you spell that word?
I've been professional in nightclubs since 1994.
Okay.
And I've been in radio since 1998. So I've been doing this a very, very long time. I was watching.
You remember who gave you your first big party or big shot? You remember that?
Big Sam. So my road dog to this day. There was a club called Club Indigo in Baltimore in '94, and I was 14 years old. I was a kid, and I remember him giving my first. That was my first like weekly residency.
Yeah.
And I still remember like it was yesterday.
I ain't know you from B-More. You put
Born and
me
raised,
on.
man.
You put me on. So look, when I listen to you on the radio, I hear the accent a little bit. But you got a DC twang in there too, though.
So I've been in DC 20 plus years. So this is my second, and it's so crazy. A lot of people that's not from here, they think I'm from DC because I've been here so long.
Bro, I was like, nah, Quick from DC straight up.
Nah, I definitely ain't from DC.
How you get the name Quick? You gave it to yourself?
Actually, so Silva is my real last name, S-I-L-V-A. That's why I spell it like Silva, not Silver, the color. And my name is Rico. So my DJ name at 10 was DJ Rico Silva.
Okay.
And then around 12 or 13, I was in a DJ competition against this guy who was like 19, 20, and I beat him. And the guy on the mic was like, man, this little kid is so quick to be so young. I was like, Quicksilva. And I've been Quicksilva ever since.
All right, I got a confession, bro.
Yeah, come on.
I thought you was going to be like, yo, because when I was playing sports,
nah.
I was so quick.
I played sports. I played football league. So my dream was to be a football player.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be the next Bo Jackson, the next Ronnie Lott. So I played
corner,
running back and
safety,
fullback
as
as a kid, but I had a short life career. You know, if anybody follow my story, you know, I started doing the wrong thing at 10, 11, and I ended up getting shot when I was 13. I was paralyzed for 9 months.
Seriously?
So I got shot when I was 13.
Damn, quick. Okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't always the, you know.
Yo, so you know what? You know, when you give some of your, I forgot what you
Vitamin
call it.
of the day.
When you get there you go. When you get your vitamins of the day, you actually speaking from experience. You ain't just.
So here's the craziest part. I've been doing vitamins a day for 20 plus years. I've never written a vitamin down.
No.
Every vitamin I've ever done has been off the dome. It's just something I've been through in my life, something I might have helped you with today, something I talked to somebody and they said something and it triggered something.
Yeah.
So every vitamin, you know, my producer on my radio show, she'll tell you, I'll literally close my eyes and I'll be like, all right, I'm ready. And I just go.
Yo, because every time I'm in town, because I live in Houston now.
Shout out to H-Town.
You hear me?
They show me a lot of love, Houston. I got a lot of love out there.
So every time I'm in town, I hit one of the vitamins of the day. I'm like, yo, that it's hitting.
Yeah.
It's hitting home. And then it do come out very flawless.
Right.
So that's how you know
I don't practice it. I don't.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
One take. It ain't. It's whatever I say, whatever's on my mind, whatever I'm feeling at the time. I just go.
So you had a song in the day.
I did. Where they do that at?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that thing went.
It went crazy.
That thing went crazy.
It's crazy because I made that joking. Man.
For real?
Rest in peace to Chucky Thompson. That was a great friend of mine. I did it at his studio. And
Y'all
DJ
Google that song.
Where they do that at? I had the whole. People don't give me enough credit. I had the whole world saying that.
Bro, that thing went crazy.
Man, I had a video on 106 in Park, a video on MTV Jams. Like, I made that song joking. It was like just a fun record, me saying stuff I see in the club every night. And I had no idea. This is before viral moments happened.
Yeah.
So there wasn't no TikTok or none of that stuff back then.
Y'all ain't even know.
It was just Twitter.
I know.
Back then it was Twitter, MySpace.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. I think Facebook was starting to come around, but it was really MySpace and Twitter back in 2009. Right. So I made the record just joking. Like I was writing down stuff that I see every night. I'm like, you over 21, still fighting in the club, broke, holding up the bar, getting no love.
Yeah.
He popping wine in the champagne tub. 4 guys doing half in one bottle in the club. Like I was just joking.
Right.
But I'm like, all this shit is real.
But you be saying that.
Right. So like, if your song ain't had no dance, you ain't getting no deal. Like I was just talking.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, damn, I should put a beat behind this. I called my man Jay Butter. He sent me the track, and I went to Chucky Thompson's studio, and that shit just happened.
Yo, you obviously.
And I'm not a rapper.
You not.
I start the song by saying, let's get one thing clear. I'm not a rapper. I'm a DJ for real. That's how I start the record.
Right. But you know, people to this day still say that.
Man,
when they mad, when they happy.
Where they do that at?
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's
I wish I was smart enough that I would have patented. I would have made $1 billion. But
easy.
I mean, luckily, I ain't gonna talk much money, but I made a nice piece of change because I had a ringtone deal. That's when ringtones were big.
With the 2 ways.
Yeah. So I had a ringtone deal with that. So I made a little substantial amount.
You hear me? My 2-way used to be popping.
I believe you, sir.
Nah, but so the record labels, they came after you for it, or
so it
not for
wasn't.
real?
So shout out to my partner Sean Caesar. Unruly is the name of our record label, but I just did everything independent. I never got a deal off the record.
That's smart, bro.
Because I was like, I don't need a deal. I'm not trying to be a rapper. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
So a couple of labels like, yo, we'll give you a single deal. I'm like, I don't want a deal. I want to do everything myself, put my own bread up, and own everything. And we rocked off with it.
So Peep Game, real quick, how is the mindset of, I don't know the money they offered you. Don't even tell me that.
Right.
But when they offering you a deal, people die and dream for a deal.
Right.
So as you turning it down, saying, nah, I'm going to go independent, is that something you just literally want to stick to your guns to, or the deal just wasn't good enough for you?
The deals wasn't all that because, like I say, I already had money.
Yeah.
A lot of people who want record deals because they need the money.
True.
Like I'm broke. I'm down to my last dime. If you
My
broke
back
right
against the
now and I
wall.
offer you $50,000, would you take it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Not knowing that the label gonna make $500 million off of you, but all you get is $50,000. So I always do the business. I always say the music business is 10% music, 90% business.
Yeah.
So a lot of people never study the business, and I've always been in the business of entrepreneurship and the business of just learning more about how money works. So when I really researched, but record labels are nothing but banks. It's a difference between a record deal and a distribution deal.
Okay.
So record labels, they're just banks who invest in you with a return on their investment.
Okay.
So a lot of times when you hear about these artists that sell all these records and they still are broke, it's because they don't realize once you sign a record deal, everything that they buy for you has to be recouped. So right now you got a music video and you got new sneakers and a new everything. All that look good in the video.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, before you get any money, I gotta pay for everything I gave you. Then I then got you a new car because you wanted to start and look good. Because you're on my label.
Yeah.
I need that
You
back
gotta
as well.
make me look good.
I need that. You want to roll, don't you? I need all that comes back.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, when these artists get these record deals, they don't realize, the label gave me $100,000 up front. They spent another $1 million on me in marketing, budget, and
they get that
promotion.
back.
I need all that back. In time some.
Yeah.
Because this is a business.
Yeah.
If I give you $1 million, I don't want $1 million back.
Right. Yeah, I want where they do that at.
Where they do that? If I give you $1 million, I want at least $10 million back.
For sure.
If I do.
Yeah.
Because what am I giving you the money for?
Right.
I'm taking all the risk financially. So for me, it's like I'm not looking for a label to risk anything on me because I'm not taking it serious.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to put an album out.
For
so
sure.
I was good.
Where did things go for you after that? Like, did you see your, like, I guess the bigger question is, did you see your notoriety as a DJ get bigger, or did you see your business savvy get smarter? Like,
I'm gonna say a combination of both. I came out with that record in 2008, 2009. By that time, I was already kind of a household name. I'd already toured. I don't know if you know my backstory, but my first big tour that I was on was 2003, the Rock the Mic tour with Jay and 50.
Okay.
So I was Lil Mo's DJ. I'm still a DJ to this day, but we went on tour with Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Missy, Busta Rhymes, Fabulous, Lil Mo. I did 35 cities with them. That was the tour that changed my life.
Okay.
Because that took me from being a local DJ to really a national name within 30 cities. Because as I was doing the concerts, I was DJing the after parties, building relationships with the promoters and the big owners in every city I went to. And then once I finished touring, they already knew who I was. So then it was easy for me or my team to make a call. Hey, Quicks in Houston. Hey, Rod White, can he come play? Hey, Mike Gardner in Miami. Quicks in Miami, can he come play late? Like it was easier then because we already had relationships.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever just practiced some sets at a club?
I don't. So right now, when I first got in the business, I practiced every single day until it was bedtime. But now I DJ so much. I DJ every day. I'm on the radio daily. I'm in the clubs nightly. I mean, I own 2 DJ schools. So I'm DJing every single day.
Hold on quick. Hell no. You ain't about to go over no 2 DJ schools?
Man, you ain't know this?
Man, talk to me about, hold on.
Yeah. Man, I got a lot going on, man. So, I'm opening my 3rd soon, probably end of August. So I have a school in Baltimore.
Okay.
The name of my school is called Quick and Eazy DJ. It's an actual school. So it's not like some online. I have a building, actual school.
Yeah.
So I have one in Baltimore, I have one in DC and Southeast and MLK. And then I have one that I'm opening up in Virginia, probably either Arlington or Alexandria, probably by the end of the
what's
summer.
the curriculum like? Like
so it's a 5. So I have 2 different curriculums. I have a beginner course and I have an intermediate course.
Okay.
The beginner course is for people who've never DJed in their life, and my school provides everything.
So me, I ain't never.
So when you join Quick and Eazy DJ, we provide everything: your laptop, your controller, your speakers, your headphones. You literally just show up. The beginner course is for 5 weeks, once a week for 5 weeks. And then the intermediate course is once a week for 5 weeks as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I guarantee I've been doing my schools now for close to a little over 3 years.
That's love.
I've never had anybody who joined my class who in 5 weeks couldn't DJ.
Seriously?
It's a guaranteed thing.
Do y'all have like placement, club placement or connections?
Absolutely.
Or,
Once you graduate, we definitely, I have a library of DJs. And I get so many offers to me that I know I can't take. And I just kind of disperse them out to whoever's available.
But
it's amazing. Then for the intermediate course, it's for people who DJ, but they want to brush up on their skills as far as scratching or blending or acapellas, whatever the case may be. But it's amazing, man. I started to shout out to my partner, Be Easy.
Okay.
I started this because I wanted to save the culture of DJing.
Did you thought it was dying?
I still did, because what happened was, when I say the culture, people forget that DJing is an element of hip hop.
Yes, sir.
If you know the elements of hip hop, if anybody studies hip hop, it's the MC, the DJ, the breakdance, graffiti. But the first element of DJing the first element of hip hop was the DJ.
Okay.
So before there was a rapper, there was an MC, which stands for Master of Ceremony.
Yes, sir.
There was no such thing as rap when hip hop first started. So the MC had one job, that was to hype up the DJ. So the DJ would DJ, the MC would be like, I say, oh, everybody put your hands up. Come on, let's go. So the MC would hype the crowd up as the DJ.
Doing his thing,
And then the break dancers would be dancing. But I always believe that DJing is, to me, the most important element in hip hop. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what celebrity you bring in this room. I don't care what artist you bring in the club. If the music stops, the party's over.
I agree.
The end.
A rap,
So that tells you the power of a DJ.
True that.
So what I started realizing over the years, I've been doing this for 30 years. When I say the DJ culture was being lost, the skill set was being lost.
Okay.
It stopped becoming about who's nice and who's popular.
So you're talking about the skill set of scratching, blending, going to the next
doing different stuff.
Yeah.
It became, right now, if you buy a laptop with music, you a DJ.
You good, you in there.
And all you gotta do is play the right song and hit a hey yo, everybody crazy.
Yeah, that's all I see.
But you wasn't really DJing.
Right, yeah.
So as a person in my world who came up old school with turntables and vinyl, I wanted to really just save the culture of DJing. And that's why I started the DJ schools.
So that one that you about to have in VA, I know you don't need investors.
Right.
I know you don't need no money.
I'm okay.
I want to invest in that one. I'm from Virginia. You know what I mean? I'm from Norfolk. I'm originally from Norfolk.
I've been 7 cities.
757. You already know it. So anything you're doing in VA, I want a little piece of it.
Absolutely. Say no more, man.
So it brings my segue question to now. Obviously, you said this. You always on the radio.
Absolutely.
Which radio station was you on first, and take me from there?
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, let me go. Let me go back.
My first station was V103. That was in Baltimore. They're not even in existence anymore. This is 95, 96. From there, I went to ERQ, which is 92Q in Baltimore.
Yep.
From there, I went to X1057. That was in Baltimore.
Okay.
And then from there, I came to DC, and I was on 95.5 first. I was there for 5 years, and I've been with Radio 1/Reach Media since 2007. So what is that? 13 years, 17, 18.
Something like that.
15 years, something like that.
Yeah,
15 years.
Yeah.
So I've been there for the last 15. But, you know, my show now is syndicated. If anybody knows what syndication means, that means my show is heard everywhere.
Yes,
so I'm
sir.
still based out of D.C., but if you go to any station from Cincinnati to Columbus to Charlotte to D.C. to Baltimore and turn in Audubon, you'll hear the Quicksilva Show.
So your co-host, she from
Dominique Da Diva.
757.
Yep, I already said that.
Shout out Dominique Da Diva.
So she actually, I want to say she's from Richmond, but she did her first radio started in 757.
Yeah, she from Richmond.
So she started her radio career in Norfolk.
She did.
Yep,
Yeah,
Norfolk,
she did.
Virginia.
I remember that vividly. It was like I think it was like a contest she got in, got a part of or something like that. And she won the joint, but she got a radio voice.
Dominique Da Diva is amazing, man. She's a hustler.
Yeah, yeah.
I always say with a good radio show or anybody, you can be a lead, but you got to have somebody to bounce off of.
Okay.
And she's amazing. She's a hustler. She's dope. She's talented. She's driven. I'm honored to have her as my co-host.
Nah, y'all work very well together, and the show is good. You know what I mean? Like, cause you know, you'll listen to some shows on the radio, you just like, yo, stop talking.
Or it's no chemistry.
Right? Yeah, and you can tell it's none.
What happens is a lot of times with radio stations, companies put shows together. Yeah. So you know the difference with me and Diva versus some other shows is that we're friends off air.
Okay, that's love.
Where a lot of people in radio, like, they don't rock with each other. Yeah. Except for them 3 hours on the radio. Then after that, I don't see you tomorrow. We don't talk. Yeah. You ain't coming to my house for dinner. None of that. We not cool like that. Yeah. And I think you can tell on the radio when somebody's not genuine. Yeah. So it's a big difference.
Bro, here we go. I'm gonna switch gears on you.
Are you good, man? Do your thing.
All right. So you on Instagram a lot. So you see the entrepreneur game, and I don't want to call it a game because entrepreneurship is definitely not a game. But you can see how entrepreneurship has taken on a different face of everybody should do it. Quit your 9 to 5. Stop working for making his dreams. Make your own dreams. Talk to me a little bit about that culture and why you think it's even gone in that direction.
So one of my famous quotes, and I didn't make this up, I think JC made this up. Everybody want to be the boss until the bill comes.
Yes, sir.
Everybody want to be the boss until it's time to pay the taxes. It looks really good on Instagram saying, hey, big boss, and it looks good for likes and algorithm and clicks. Being an entrepreneur is not always fun. You eat last. Yeah. The boss eats last. When I own stuff, I eat last. I got to make sure my employees get paid. I got to make sure that the inventory is there. I got to make sure the taxes get paid. I got to make sure that all my permits and stuff are up to code. And then once all that's done, whatever's left, I still got to put some back into the business. Yes, sir. And then once that's done, then I might make some money. Yeah. That's the part about entrepreneurship that people don't see. So a lot of times, I think with social media, people glorify things that's not real. I started a hashtag in real life a long time ago because people are more interested in the praise than the actual work.
To your point, bro, like, yes, if I get on Instagram and I say, yo, this is
big moves in the way.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my videos like this, and everybody looking at my building, but they ain't making no bread. But everybody's saying congratulations. That feels good for that moment in time.
And that's what this is. We live in a generation now where we glorify just announcements. Yeah. The announcements gets more glorification than the actual hard work, dedication, and consistency. So a lot of times people are just looking. People wake up and say, what can I post today to get me some likes and followers? Man. And if me posting, hey y'all, I'm starting this new business. Now I know nothing about business. I know nothing about anything. I don't even know how to balance a checkbook. But it look good when I post, hey, boss chick, big boss, self-made. You know me, yo. I'm self-made, yo. All that, right? It look good.
It do.
And then your friends will be like, yo, congrats, Quick, you killing them.
Yeah. Fire emoji,
all that. And then after that, you put your phone down, you sitting here doing nothing. Trying to figure out what's my next play for some likes. And that's what people don't realize. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. Is it possible? Absolutely, yes. But is it easy? Is everybody a boss? No. It has to be employees. It has to be Indians. Yes, sir. Everybody's not made to lead. It's a difference between a leader and a boss.
I agree.
Everybody wants to say I'm the boss because it looks so good on paper. Right. And like Jay-Z say, until that bill come. So you the boss, and if I take all y'all out, if I'm the boss, I gotta pay the bill.
Still.
I'm the boss. That's how
everybody
it works.
Gonna look at
We
you.
not splitting it.
What we doing now, boss?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's on you.
You sure you want that position?
Right. Everybody says they do.
Everybody.
Because of how certain people glorify the material and not the work that it takes to get the material.
And not just that, man. I take it a step further. It's easy to make money. It's hard to keep it.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of these new entrepreneurs don't realize. You can get a hit, you can make a lick, you can make a good play.
But then
what?
Then what?
A lot of people used to have money.
Where y'all at?
A lot of people used to have money.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to be hot. Are you still hot today?
Yeah.
Are you still making money today? Is your money making you money today? If the answers ain't yes, yes, and yes, you're not the boss that you think you are.
You can tell the true. Not even entrepreneur spirit, because I think a lot of people have that type spirit, but you can tell, like you were saying, the leaders, the trailblazers, the people that's built for it, because they went through a whole lot to get to where they at. So in my case, right, I do federal government contracts.
Okay.
So we get the government contracts and we sub them out. I've been doing that since 2008.
A lot of money in
where
that.
we do that at, right?
There's a lot of money in that.
So,
I know that business well.
Bro, it took me 3 years to get my first contract. And I tell people, my students and stuff like that, most people can't even go 2 weeks without a paycheck before they crying and complaining and woe is me. And I be telling people, yo, go 3 years without no bread, but your vision is just as clear as I'm looking at you today. And then when you go through all that, you really know what it takes to sustain it. I got it now, like you said. I got it now, but I know how to sustain it and keep it.
People don't realize success takes time, and all of our time frame is different. So what works for you don't work for me. And what works for me might not work for her, and vice versa, right? That doesn't make anybody wrong, anybody right. That's just how life works. I'm a firm believer that all of our lives are tailor-made for ourselves.
I agree.
So what happens is with social media, since we were talking about it, it doesn't show the actual progress. It shows the start and then the ending, right? What people don't realize is that middle phase is when most people quit. So when you start any business, I talk to a lot of different businesses and colleges about entrepreneurship. Okay. And the first thing I say is that when you start a business, those who you think will won't, and those who you think won't will. Correct. Meaning that a lot of us, we don't realize that our friends and family are not our target audience.
They're not.
When we're opening the business. Yes. And that's when most of us get frustrated because we open a business, and I'm just using an example, selling apples. Yeah. Not knowing that all of our friends and family hate apples. Right. So now when we post about it and we don't get the likes and the followers, first thing we say is that, damn, my friends and family don't support me. Right. I'm selling these banging apples that I got, that I flew from overseas, and they crave the best apples in the world. Not knowing we're allergic to them. Yeah, yeah. Or ready for this? This is the one that I hate. I just don't like apples. Yeah. So since I don't like them, guess what? I'm a hater. Yeah, yeah. I just don't like what you're selling. It has nothing to do with you or your product. At all. I just don't eat apples. I think mangoes are better. Yeah, yeah. So with a lot of people, when we start businesses, we automatically throw a business up there and think that our friends and family are gonna make us millions of dollars. And that's, I'm telling you, those who you think won't, they will make you the money. They will. But you have to make sure you're doing your research when I talk about business and make sure you're promoting and marketing to your target audience. Well, tell me about one of the businesses that you thought everybody was going to get down with and hardly nobody did, and how did you persevere through that? I think, I done had so many businesses over the years. That's the entrepreneur spirit. I think, I'm not going to say that no one did, but the business that gave me the biggest headache was opening a nightclub. Club Downtown gave me the biggest headache ever. Yeah. Because you don't realize it takes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to open up for them 4 hours that you see. Sheesh. So the club was open from 10 to 2, that's 4 hours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the other 20 hours, you still have to be working, marketing, promoting, making sure the water's on, making sure little shit that you forget about. Yeah. That there's toilet paper in the bathroom. Yeah. And these little things that you have to remember, and you have to put the right people in place. Because with any business, unfortunately, the hardest part is finding employees. The people. Everybody wants to work when it's popular. Yeah. Everybody wants to work at the club when the artists are there and the celebrities are there and the cameras are there. And the bottles is popping crazy. I can't wait to work that night, boss. Yeah, yeah. But the slow nights or the nights where you actually need this or the nights where you actually have to work. So now you got to clean up after that celebrity. You got to, I don't want to do it. I just want to come and make money and take pictures for Instagram. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, we got to actually stay for the next 3 hours We close at 2. You're not leaving till 6 a.m.
Yes,
we got to
sir.
actually work now.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
part that people don't see.
Yeah.
So just finding employees that really wanted to work and wasn't in the business just for the popularity was hard.
Yeah.
And then
I remember when you had it.
finding people. When I first opened, I was jumping for the pandemic.
Jumping, yo.
But
I remember that.
Then the hard part is finding people that really want to work.
Yeah, that want to do it.
I mean, you'll be surprised. This is a generation of people that just don't want to work. I just want to get rich fast. I don't want to put no work in.
Of course.
I'm not that. Of course, I'm always looking for ways to make more money and invest and help others. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm a workhorse.
Yeah.
I come from just hustling and working. Like I've never had a job in my life.
Yeah.
I've never had to punch a clock in my life. I've never filled out a resume. I didn't go to college or anything. Like I just been working and hustling and DJ my entire life until I became successful and I started learning the business and opening up businesses. But I say that to say my mentality is different than
of course
people that just want to get on today and be rich tomorrow.
When you speaking on the stages, how are you translating your mentality out to the audience to make sure that obviously everybody not gonna get it, but
Absolutely.
to touch that one person, like what are you doing and saying?
It's crazy you said that because if you listen to my vitamin of the day, and y'all think my radio show was, I don't know, 1 million plus people listen to it, right?
Yeah.
And
I gotta come on the show, by the way.
Absolutely, we work it out. That's
My
easy work.
man.
That's easy work.
My man.
I end my vitamin every day by saying my goal is to inspire at least one person a day.
Yeah.
If I inspire 10, great. If I inspire 100, shit.
Amazing.
I'm amazing. If I get to 1,000, you may as well retire me in my mind, right? But
Yeah.
I said to say is that sometimes if I got to speak in front of like a lot, and I say a lot, I mean 10,000 people or something like that, I'll write down little bullet points. But I never write down a speech. I never I really just talk.
I freestyle it too because it come from the heart.
It come from the heart, man. It'd be so amazing. I remember when the Black Lives Matter rally was happening in D.C., and I was the keynote speaker for the March on Washington. It was probably 30,000 people, something crazy. And I remember right before I walk up to the podium, I forgot whoever the person was before me, they were looking like, "Where's your notes?" And I'm like, "I'm okay."
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people. I'm like,
Yeah. Give me the
fine.
mic.
I promise you I'll be fine. And then I ended up getting a standing ovation. I posted that video on my Instagram and stuff, and people like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But I say that to say is that I think with me, at least with public speaking, I really speak from just experiences.
Yeah.
Stuff that I've been through, stuff that I've overcome. I've overcome a lot.
Yeah.
When I say a lot, man, we don't have time to tell you my whole story. And I will shameless plug. I got a documentary coming out called Who is Quicksilva?
Okay.
But when people really find out my backstory of all the stuff I've been through, from losing my mom at 10 to getting in the streets to getting shot at 13 and losing my dad at 18 to barely graduating high school to I got so much shit that I've been through in my life.
Yep.
Yet, and I don't say this in a bragging way, I'm one of the most successful people in my circle.
Yeah.
Not because I'm better than anybody.
Correct.
Simply because I never gave up.
Yeah.
That's my. When people say, "What's your key?" I just never gave up.
Just don't know. Yeah. My thing is, I say the same thing almost. I'm no better than anybody. I'm just built different.
Built differently.
That's not your fault. I'm just built different.
And once again, success looks different on everybody. Kevin Hart has the best quote ever when he says it took him 18 years to become an overnight celebrity.
Yeah.
Meaning that it took him 18 years of working and busting his ass, 365 a year, 7 days a week. It took him 18 years before he became a person that some of us know about.
Yeah.
So when you see him in Soul playing, whatever the movie, whatever your first thing is, you don't know he was already 20 years in.
Yeah.
You just didn't know him.
You just ain't know.
People in Philly know him.
Yeah.
But that's the point. That's the type of determination it takes to become successful.
Who are some of your biggest partnerships that you have that you built through?
Still to this, the easiest one is DTLR.
Okay.
If anybody knows that, it stood for Downtown Locker Room, but over the years since we went public as a company, we just abbreviated to DTLR. But shout out to my partner Sean Caesar. We've been down. So DTLR brought me and Sean on to just handle like street team marketing back in 96, 97. Back then, we only had 4 stores in Baltimore.
Okay.
We have over 400 stores now today. And thank you, man. And we've literally helped build all those stores over the last few decades.
Yeah.
Sean, that's my right-hand partner, He's still the VP of all the stores in the country. So he went from being running the street team now to VP of all 400
That's
stores.
love, yeah.
We started our own radio station, DTLR Radio, which is housed in all the stores in the country.
Yeah.
So DTLR is probably my longest running partnership. Outside of DTLR, of course, right now I'm still signed to Remy Martin. Yeah. I got more shoe deals that I can think of from Jordan and Puma. So I do so much, man.
Do you just taking it back to when you had the song, you doing it the independent way. Much like that, do you still do your partnerships independently, or do you have like I'm setting it up like this. People even ask me, I should have a PR person to do these partnerships for me.
I got you.
But here's what I like to say though. You can help me set up the meeting, but can't nobody really talk for me but me, right? So once I get in the room, you set the meeting up, thank you, just get out the way. Right. Because your definition, even if you are to represent me, once I get in there and I'm speaking to you about a thing, it ain't gonna come across when you're speaking to such and such. It's different. How you handle it?
Because it's not always the message, it's the messenger.
And sometimes the messenger is just blocked.
It gotta be yourself sometimes.
Exactly.
So with that being said, the bigger you get, the bigger your team must get. Because unfortunately, what you just explained to me is that you're owner-operator. As an owner-operator, you only can get but so big.
I agree.
It's a reason why I have 2 schools and I have 3. Because when I first opened my first school, I was owner-operator. Then you start training teachers so that now Quicksilva can't be in 10 schools.
Correct.
The owner McDonald's can't be in 1,000 million McDonald's.
Right.
So if you want to really grow, you have to expand your team. There's no such thing as a multi-millionaire or billionaire. Yeah. I'm not talking real money. Not making 100,000, 200. I'm talking billions, right? Yes, without a team. Because unfortunately, you still can be the boss of your team and make your own decisions and be in the board meetings. But right now, I have I tell everybody, the whole saying of self-made, it sounds good on Instagram.
That's dead.
It sounds good, but it look good. Good. But unfortunately, like me, I have a team. I got a manager. I got a road manager. I have 2 accountants, 3 lawyers. Yeah. I have an assistant. I have a show producer for my radio show. I got a producer for my TV show. I have a team of people that work with me every day.
That's right.
Not because I can't do everything myself. I'm gonna burn myself out. Yeah. And something is going to slack off.
It's gonna be missed.
Right now, if I gotta be today on radio, TV, DJing a party, speaking at a school, teaching at my class, doing a community service, coming to record your podcast, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't remember. That's too much shit to remember today. Yes, sir. So I have a team of people that really help control my stuff every single day. Yeah. Because they keep me sharp. Yeah. And you always got to keep people around you that can keep you in the know of what's next. Yeah. One of my other famous sayings, if you're the smartest person in every room you go in, you're in the wrong rooms. Yeah. It got to be somebody that you're learning from every day. And that's how Quicksilva is able to be at the top of his game 20 plus years later. Is because I've always had the ability to be consistent, but reinvent myself when I need to.
You got a mentor, Quick?
Absolutely. My mentor is my partner, Sean Caesar. Like I said, Sean Caesar, if you don't know, I say that name all the time.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean Caesar.
I call him Pops. Yeah. But when I first got into business, he had a management company for DJs, and I signed to Unruly when I was 14. Oh, wow. I wasn't even old enough to sign. My dad, rest in peace, he had to sign my contract because I wasn't old enough. But as I got older and I started becoming the businessman, Sean went from being my manager to my partner because we started making so much money together, doing so much stuff. And he saw my hustle. Yeah. He like, yo, managing this kid is one thing. Yo, this dude, he gets it.
He got it.
Like, he gets it. I can manage him and make a little money, or we can partner and make big money. Yeah. And with us, it's all about big deals. Big deals and creating generational wealth. Yeah. That's really what I'm in the business now. Not even for myself anymore. One of my other famous quotes is, at this point in my career, I'm hustling for my last name, not my first name. Okay. Quick is good. Yeah. I gotta make sure the Silvers are good now. Yeah. So that's my goal right now, and my short-term and long-term goal is to make enough businesses and enough resources. I want everybody around me being millionaires. So, everybody.
So part of doing that is obviously as an entrepreneur and as you're wanting everybody to win, that means your investment game or your investment eye is king.
Absolutely.
Are you looking to how do you do your investments? Every quarter, as the big deals come up? Like, how do you do
So
it?
every month and every quarter and every year is different for me.
Okay.
I have two accountants. I have a financial advisor. I have somebody who runs my stock portfolio. So like it depends. Everything. So and I talk. And here's the thing about my wife. Actually, tell me. She'll tell you if you talk to her. I don't care how much money I make or how much money I'm worth. I know how much is in every single account that I have.
Yeah.
Like I'm great with money. And it took me losing a lot of money to become great at money.
Yes,
so
sir.
a lot of people, this is how you know when your mindset has shifted. 90% of people that's probably gonna watch this podcast, right? The first thing they do when they wake up in the morning is what?
Instagram.
Check their phone and check social media to find out what they missed.
Yeah.
Then they probably go to their group chat to see who talked about who
said
overnight and what I missed.
Okay.
That's how they start their morning, 90%.
Yeah.
And they wake up and the first thing, where my phone at?
Yeah.
They go check the gram and Twitter, see if I missed anything.
Yeah.
The first thing I do every morning when I get up, I pray and thank God and then I check all my bank accounts. Every morning.
That's crazy.
When I say every, like,
that's
when
crazy.
I say every morning,
Yeah.
If my wife should tell, he literally, when I'm in bed, this is before I get out of bed, even take a piss.
Yeah, same.
I literally wake up. I don't go social media. That shit I get to y'all when I get to y'all.
Yeah.
I use it for marketing and promotion anyway. That shit ain't. I'm not living my life through that shit.
Correct.
I wake up every morning and I be in the bed. Thank God for waking me up. Say my prayer, and I go to my bank accounts. We see what I make. How much money I make while I was asleep. How much I lose while I was asleep. What came out while I was asleep. And I go through every single account, from my business accounts to my personal accounts. And then my wife, she'd be teasing me, and I'd be looking like, baby. She's like, what's wrong? She's so half asleep. She put some money on. So she's like, I was like, cause this account missing $33. She's like, nigga, what the fuck? I'm like, I want you to know I see it. I don't care how much money's in the account. If $5 missing, I know.
You're
like
on top of it.
I'm on top of that shit. So like that, but that's how my mentality is. I'm in the business of making money but keeping money. Because I've lost so much money just not being smart with money over the years. And like I said, I didn't go to college for business or everything that I know in business I've learned through trial and error.
Through life. I think life is the best teacher.
Oh, it's absolutely.
You know what I mean?
No better teacher than life. 50 Cent said this recently. He said if every teacher was smarter than the book, they wouldn't be in here teaching.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not saying that you can't learn something in the book. I wholeheartedly. Anybody who's super book smart, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you don't think I'm talking bad about you. That's just not me.
Same.
Because like I don't care what you read in your book.
Yeah.
And I get that the book said this, and you're a great test taker. You can take a test
Yeah.
and pass it with flying colors because you read the book and you studied the book and you actually remember the note from the book.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
But let me throw you in the
What's
in
the
wolves.
practical? What's the
Let
practical?
me throw you in the wolves,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
When everything you learn in that book, when everything goes wrong. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything you learned in the book, they said, this is how it's going to go A through B, and now you're getting there and it's A through R.
Yeah.
What do you do now? Because all you know is the book says I have to do it this way.
I gotta do.
So
yeah.
I've learned my shit the trial and error way, and it works for me.
Nah, that's flavor. That's flavor. I think a lot of times streets, being from the DC area anyway, some of the most questions people ask when you're networking is where you work and where did you go to school? But then when you hit them with I ain't go to school, then they're like, all right, well, you don't have a government job? Nah, like I don't have none of that. It's almost like it's like, yo, my street smarts makes me have common sense.
Absolutely.
And common sense will have me to navigate quicker than you analyzing every little thing. Then obviously you can have to analyze certain things and be strategic. But my common sense is gonna get me through that.
And I was taught my whole life that DJing wasn't a real job. I was taught my whole life. I remember being in high school like it was yesterday, and my English teacher. I remember I was already DJing clubs in high school, and I would come to school sometimes. I'm tired because I was in the club till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
You was
right?
in the club getting it in.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you got to think, and even in high school, I was making so much money. I mean, I was driving a Legend Coupe and a Nissan Maxima with BBs and cream sheepskins in 11th grade.
If you don't know what the Legend Coupe is, Google it.
In 11th grade.
That.
So I'm coming to school driving better cars than the teachers.
Yeah.
But I remember, I'm coming to school and I'm tired, and I remember the teacher looked at me and said, how long are you gonna keep up this little hobby of yours?
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. She said, that's not real. You have to start buckling down. I would say buckling down in life and take life more serious and get you a real job and blah, 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 blah. And I always say selfishly, I want to go back and ask her,
look at me now.
Right.
Look at me.
I think I made out pretty okay. Right.
I think I'm good,
right.
Shorty.
Are you okay now? You need some? Right. But I stay humble as I can. But sometimes you want to just throw it in people's face.
A little something,
when they tell you you're not gonna make it. Yeah. If you want to piss a hustler off, tell him he can't do something.
Tell him. Say you can't do this. As soon as I hear that word,
I'm gonna piss you off. Now you can be big mad when you. I'm not just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to a way that you didn't know could be done.
Exactly. I'm gonna do it big, yo. I'm the same way. I say it all the time. I will start off a sentence like this. I can't, and then I stop myself. I was like, yo, I can do anything.
Absolutely.
And then I just it's in my
If you want it bad enough, you can.
Yes,
that's the difference.
Yeah. Talk about the show, bro. Can you talk about the show?
Absolutely, man.
Let me.
The TV show. Well, of course, my radio show is Quicksilva Show with Dominique Da Diva 3 to 7, and then of course I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oprah Winfrey for own network. The show is called Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah.
Starring me and my wife Ashley. Shout out to Kingdom Ring. That's the production company that put it together.
Yeah.
And then when we come on, every Saturday on OWN. The first 10 episodes, we're in season 2 right now.
Okay.
The first 10 episodes already aired. Episodes 11 through 21 are done. They come back on this summer. And then we have to shoot a reunion, and then after that, we'll see what God leads us if we get.
Bro, is it different, man? The cameras all through the crib, and then evasive, like mentally, what's that like for real, man?
I'm a little more used to it now by season 2. But season 1, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Because people think when I say it, they think I'm joking. Just imagine waking up with cameras in your bedroom.
That's what I'm saying.
And then cameras, and when you walk out that door, it's a cameraman sitting there waiting for you to walk. And then when you walk downstairs, he at the bottom of the steps for you to walk. And then when you get to your kitchen, there's another one sitting right there acting like you don't see him, right? So like this is real. It's a full-fledged production. And I think the hardest part at first was you have to act like the camera's not there.
I know that's
When we're
tough.
shooting reality TV, you can never look at the camera.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
When I say ever, like ever, you have to literally. So imagine right now, me and you having a conversation right now.
Yeah.
It's a camera right here.
Yeah.
One right here.
Yeah.
And I gotta stay focused.
And I do, and here what
you can never look at them. We just gotta look at each other. And that's the part that becomes hard because at the end of the day, we have real conversations on that. Me and my wife, me and my kids, me and the other cast members, we argue, we go through whatever life shit that really
whatever
happens,
it is,
right?
Yeah.
But in them real moments, you gotta remember you still on TV.
You still on the joint.
So while you sitting there, there's no such thing as a couple that don't argue.
Yeah, for sure. Right,
all of us argue.
Correct.
But on them days when you're arguing with your lady,
and now you got the camera in your face.
And now the camera in your face, and you got to act like it's not, and you got to remember what you're saying, because I'm in the middle of an argument right now. Yeah. And now I got to stay focused while the camera, as I'm trying to argue, and she arguing back at me, and the camera just, and you got to be like, well, that's not what I said.
Yeah.
And the camera, right? But you can never do this,
bro. Keep it 1,000. Has that actually helped y'all with how y'all handle arguments since the camera's there? Mm-hmm. You have, like you said, you have to be mindful on what you say. So now you angry, but you thinking before you speak. Has that helped y'all?
And I don't mean to, well, I mean to, but great question, by the way.
Yeah.
Great question, by the way, because you're right. What we learned from season 1 is that, they say in court, anything you say can and will be used against you.
Oh my God.
It's worse for reality TV.
Sheesh. Because
what happens with reality TV is that if you say it, the producers have to follow it. So right now, if me and you just having a regular conversation, and we talking about whatever we talking about business, we talking about all the stuff we talking about. And if I just randomly come out like, man, I really hate trains, and I wish I can get on one. If I just, or when that train was going by, I said something like, damn, them horns irritate me. They've been irritating me since birth.
Yeah.
Now they want to find out what happened at birth when the horn irritates you.
So that's a new
And now that's a whole new storyline.
Oh my God.
So now for the next few weeks, they asking your wife, ask your husband about the horn. And then he kept on saying, and you like, I forgot. I said it at that moment. But since you said it, we gotta follow it.
Woo.
So that's the thing, like as a couple, you have them like, let's be careful what we say in the middle of this argument.
Yeah.
Because if I say, fuck you, I don't like your feet aneway.
Yeah, right.
For the next 3 weeks,
right?
It's a foot doctor coming on the show. It's gonna be like, and I'm you laughing. I'm dead fucking serious. Like that's how I be. And then
crazy.
Then the next week you like, I mean, they take you to see a foot specialist, and you like, dude, I ain't even mean it like that. Well, you said it. We want to know what happened as a kid. Were you triggered? Did somebody kick you with a foot last when you were a kid? Find out the person that kicked him when he was 5 and see if we can bring him in and see why he has this unbuilt trauma. You like, nigga, all I said was I like a feet. Right. So when you learn that, you be like, I literally be in the middle of having a conversation with my wife or my whoever I'm talking to at the time. And I be thinking like, nah, I ain't gonna say that. Because if I say that, I already know producer can be like, nope.
Go it in. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna get it in.
Make sure tomorrow you ask Quick about why he don't like apples.
Oh my gosh, yo.
So now the next day I walk in the scene, I forgot that I told you we talked about apples. I forgot.
Yeah.
I did 30 things. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
And now, as soon as we sit down, your first thing, damn, Quick, you really don't like apples? I'm like, what you talking about?
right.
Like, man, nigga, you good? Ain't
Yeah.
What happened with you an apple?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then he be like, but remember you said, because then they always have, remember you said that you didn't like apples?
That's
like,
crazy.
Well, I ain't mean it that way. So what did you mean, Quick?
Now I'm still down.
So now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with those apple conversations. I'm like, nigga, let's talk about something. No, you said, hold yourself accountable, Quick. You said you don't like apples.
So, bro, y'all moments alone without the camera gotta be more special these
absolutely,
days. They gotta be like a woo-saw type.
Because now you gotta realize when you're filming, it becomes work now.
Yeah.
So it's like literally we get a schedule. Every day we film 5 days a week and we off on. So we film Tuesday through Saturday, off on Sundays and Mondays. But we're never really off. But you know what I'm saying? We're not filming on Sundays and Mondays. So on them days when you're not filming, it's like Jesus Christ. Let's just have a moment where we just sit here.
Yeah.
Because right now, if I'm just sitting here and the cameras are rolling, we have to talk about something.
You gotta say something. Yeah.
They can't sit here for 4 hours.
That's crazy.
We have to talk about something. We have to bring up something.
Oh my God. Just don't mention the feet.
Right,
yo.
just don't bring the feet up. Right. So like, with that, but it has its ups and downs. Of course, for business wise, they putting you in millions of households,
of course.
world globally.
It's amazing.
So for marketing promotions on your personal brand, my wife has a book out right now called "Do That Shit." I'm talking about self-healing and just rediscovering yourself. So for things like that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, like you say, on some days you just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's what you signed up for.
That's what it is,
so, how many times if a person has a job, you don't feel like going to work on Monday. You still gotta go.
You still gotta go.
Right.
Slow feet don't eat.
It's the same thing with filming. Like
don't even trip, bro. Yeah. Filming days, I'm gonna pull up to the crib. I ain't used to it yet.
Right. Shit. So it's funny because a lot of people, one of my other partners, EO, when he was on he did a scene with me one time.
Okay.
And mind you, I've been filming for 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
And he on one scene with me.
Yeah.
So that one scene, when they come on TV, his phone going up. Yo, I see you on TV. He's like, yo, I like this shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm trending today on Twitter, man. I'm like, nigga, you like that shit now?
Yeah.
Give us 6 months of that. Come back in 6 months and tell me you still like that attention.
That's gonna be me.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna be me.
That first time you on TV, it's amazing. Your family's calling you.
Listen.
People you ain't talked to since high school.
Listen,
yo,
bro.
I see you on TV.
I was in a movie, man. I got a little small shout out to Circumstances 4. Go watch it. I'm in that joint. Mm-hmm. I went crazy.
Absolutely.
That's me right there, yo. You know what I mean?
Imagine you on TV every week on Oprah's network. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna milk this. Right. So
talk to me about your documentary real quick, bro.
Who is Quicksilva?
And what inspired it?
Who is Quicksilva was the name of the documentary. Netflix is very interested in it right now. So I'm talking to a couple of different streaming platforms, but it might end up in Netflix. I can't confirm or deny that yet. But it's really about my backstory.
Yeah.
A lot of people know Quicksilva. You've heard of Quicksilva for years. You've heard me on the radio. You've seen me on TV. You probably saw me in club, wherever.
Yeah.
But there's stuff about me that you have no idea about. A lot of people who think they know me, they know nothing about me. They know nothing about my past life, about my struggles, about me dealing with depression, about me. I've lost multiple people in my life. I've lost both my parents at a young age.
Wow.
Not just both my parents. My right hand man, Mark Baltimore, rest in peace. My agent, when I first blew up, his name was Monty. I lost him. When it comes to death, my right hand cousin Petey doing life in prison right now. So like a lot of my stuff that I've been through in my life to make me who I am.
Yeah.
I just don't talk about.
Yeah.
I've never talked about it because it's not something you brag about. You just learn to live with it or live through it or move past it, but you never get over it.
Right, for sure.
So in my documentary, I really, and I've already, most of it was already done, but I really opened up to just about Rico Silva.
Yes, sir.
Rico Silva is somebody that the world does not know. The world knows Quicksilva, but they don't know Rico. They don't know the shit I've been through. I remember, shout out to the mayor of Baltimore, Mayor Brandon Scott, when he gave me my street. And I grew up on Shady Side Road, which is in East Baltimore, Northeast to be exact. And when they were announcing to the neighbors that they were renaming the street Quicksilva Way, which is a humongous deal, right?
That's love.
One of the neighbors who had been around there since I was around there, she said when they came and told her, she started crying because she thought I died.
Oh, wow.
Because think about this. Who gets your street name after them?
Correct.
You got to die.
You got to be already gone.
They honor you. With,
yeah.
She said, I thought you died or something happened because I've never heard of somebody getting a street named after them while they're alive
Giving
and well.
you flowers while you're
alive.
Like
that just normally don't happen in our world, right?
Yeah.
And she said, when you came around here, I was just so happy to see you because I know what you've been through on the street.
Yeah.
Like I know you would. I remember you getting shot on the street. I remember you doing best. I remember the you that this world don't know.
Correct.
I remember you losing your mom on the street. I remember you losing your dad on the street. Like I remember all this stuff about you, and you never talk about it. And I say it's not. I'm not hiding. I've never hid anything about my past life, but I'm so positive now and trying to inspire so many others that sometimes I just live in the moment and I continue to push forward.
Rightfully so.
But in sometimes telling your story saves somebody.
Yep.
Because now there's a person who lives on Quicksilva Way who had no idea that I went through or have been through the same things that they're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
And then I become a walking testimony that you can still make it. So you telling your story, it's not just about getting out there. It's really about inspiring somebody.
Is that a big objective outside of telling the world who Rico is?
That's not even that's not a big objective. That's the objective. Okay. When people always say, hey, OG, you're a legend. You are all that. I always say I want to be a inspiration.
Yeah.
You can call me a legend or an icon or celebrity, deep, but all that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool for the intro. But what I want to be is an inspiration because at the end of the day, if I inspire you, that sticks with you for the rest of your life.
You said it.
And that's more important than anything. And I think that's why even with my accolades for me winning East Coast DJ of the Year and being on the wall at Ben's Chili Bowl for community service, me getting the street named after me hit differently.
Yeah.
Because that's something that can't be taken away.
For sure.
That's for the rest of eternity.
Period.
When you win an accolade or award, if you don't work as hard or harder the next year, you can take it from me.
Yeah.
Or the next DJ, him or her, they can take that award and now they're the East Coast #1 or they're DC's #1, whatever the case, right?
Yeah.
But when they rename a street after you, my kids, their kids, there's a kid. And when I said this in my speech, I said, I grew up 1642 Shady Side Road. That's how I grew up. That's how I was born and raised from birth to 18, living in the same house. There's a little kid right now that's going to be born next year.
Yeah. And
he's going to say, I grew up 1642 Quicksilva Way.
Yeah.
Like that's some unheard of stuff.
Nah.
Like I don't know that many people like that has a street. You got a Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in every city or Malcolm X Boulevard in every city or a lot of people who own businesses, they put their name in front of the business.
Yeah.
But to have a real live street, and nothing wrong with me?
Nah, bro. Listen, I can tell how excited
like that's
and
crazy.
what that means to you. It's coming off the chair.
It's still
coming off the chair.
Man, it's still surreal.
Yeah.
Like I still can't believe. Every now and then when I go to Baltimore, I'll just ride down like, damn, that's really my street.
Bro, when you hit me with it, I was like, for real?
When people come in town and they take pictures and I done had business owners, shout out my man James from Sprayground, another partner company I work with. But we had a big conference with DJ Law and Sprayground, and all the owners came in town. And while they were in town, they all went to Quicksilva Way just to take a picture.
That's love. Yeah, that's love.
They sent a picture but these are multi-millionaires and Fortune 500 company owners.
Yeah.
And they sitting in the hood of East Baltimore doing like this. I said, man.
Yeah.
I'm good. That ain't even bragging. Like you can't put that in the bragging pool. Like
that's love.
That's
love.
different. That's different.
When do you want your documentary to come out?
Hopefully by the end of the year. Like I said, I'm not rushing anything. I know the second half of the TV show has to come on first. So I don't want to compete with myself.
Okay.
So I want the TV show to come back on. Let that do what that's going to do as far as publicity and stuff like that. And then right when the time is right, the time will tell me.
Yeah.
So right now I can put it out tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm not in a rush to put it out yet.
Yeah.
And and the crazy part about me is that I still got so much stuff that's happening.
That you doing.
So right when I finished the documentary, I got the street named after me. So I had to go back to like, yo, we got to put that in there.
Yeah, you got to throw it in. Yeah, they got to be in there.
But what's gonna happen with me in the next 6 months? I don't even know yet.
So that's why you ain't in a rush.
That's why I'm like,
it makes sense.
Because a lot of people put out documentaries when they kind of on a decline.
Yeah.
Or they kind of just here.
But you doing this,
I'm
bro.
here every
you
day.
doing this like
every day.
Consistently doing this.
Every day.
You feel me?
So.
Bro, I appreciate
you, man.
I appreciate you coming through,
Anytime, man. Definitely.
Telling people where they can see you, where they can reach you at, all that good stuff. If you don't know them, obviously you've been under a rock. Sure.
At DJ Quicksilva on everything. Radio 3 to 7, TV once a week. And just Google me, man. I'm everywhere, man.
Can we get a whatchamacallit? A vitamin of the day? Can we get one?
I'll give you a vitamin.
My man.
If I can give you a vitamin of the day now, what I would say is that always do your best because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. And a lot of us that come up in this generation, we do our best when we're getting praise. But if the hand claps don't come after the work, if the likes don't come after the work, we don't work as hard the next day.
Yeah.
Not knowing that some of your biggest supporters and the people that can affect and change your life might not actually see them daily. And a lot of in my life, a lot of big business deals I've gotten have come from just being in the right room and realizing that I left an impact, and now you know who I am. So what I would say is that for this conversation with me and you,
yes, sir.
It's not who you know, it's who knows you.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of people say they know Quicksilva, but I don't know them. If they walk past, I'm gonna speak to them, but I don't really know them.
Yeah.
Once you get to a space where the right people know you, it becomes about quality over quantity.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I said for this room, do your best, because when this comes out, whether 500 people see it or 5 million, there's one person that's going to watch this that's going to be like, damn, he's an amazing interviewer. Maybe I should do this for him. And that's how we have to treat every single project. Treat every project like Jay-Z and Diddy's going to watch, or Oprah's going to see it.
Yes, sir.
Because we honestly don't know the time nor hour when our moment's going to happen.
Yes, sir.
And that's why we were talking a little while ago, I said that success looks different for everybody. I don't even know how long you've been in the podcast space. It don't matter. You know why? Because I know who you are now.
Yes, sir.
And because of that, what opportunity might come to me tomorrow that I might be like, hey, Tosh, I like you, man. You tell your man, that's how life works.
Yeah.
So when you leave a lasting impression by doing your best every single time, you'll be surprised where it gets you.
Man, I can't say it no better than this guy right here, man. Listen, this episode and more, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Wealth Wednesdays After Party with your man Jay White. And if you don't watch this episode, you don't even mess with me.